foundation I'm going to be doing a first impression and review of is the L'Oreal Nude Magique Cushion Foundation, and this is brand spanking new in Australia, but I know that overseas it's been out for a while. I saw it in Jaclyn Hill's 2015 Beauty Favourites, and that's the entire reason I wanted to get this. Literally everything that she mentioned in that video I wrote down, and I'm like trying to tick off everything and get it all because it must be amazing if she loves it. Okay, so from what I've seen and heard about this foundation, it's very lightweight, it's very light to medium coverage, and it is dewy. So this is a very different foundation for me, but I still wanted to review it because I feel like I'm only ever reviewing matte full coverage foundations for you guys. So I wanted to step out of my comfort zone. I'm not someone who ever wears a light to medium coverage foundation, and I don't like dewy finish, so we'll see how this goes. I'll try not to be like biased and want a matte finish when it's not a matte foundation. Need to keep an open mind. Okay, so this is what this little guy looks like. The packaging's a bit different for L'Oreal, I think. Once you open it up, it's got one of these little cushion applicators. I don't typically like these, but for this type of foundation it'll probably work well. Open up the next section and you've got your foundation. From what I've learned from playing with these in the store is that the cushion looks a lot darker than what the foundation actually is. So with the lightest foundation, the cushion looks pretty dark, but it doesn't come out that dark. So this whole concept is totally different for me. I've seen very few foundations that do this, and it's typically not what I would go for. But I'm really excited to try it because Jaclyn Hill said it was amazing. So first things first, I'm going to apply a primer, and of course I'm going to use my newest obsession, thank you Nikki Tutorials, the Nivea Men Post Shave Balm. For those of you who haven't heard of this, you're probably going to think I'm a total freak for putting this on my face. And the reason that this is so amazing is one of its main ingredients is silicone, and silicone is amazing for being sticky and helping to stick your foundation on and keep it on, and this just works really well, and it kind of smells pretty good, even though it does smell like a man. So I'm just going to start by popping my primer slash aftershave balm on my face. It really does smell like a man, it's fine. We're just going to rub that in. So if my voice sounds really deep, I just woke up. So that should start to feel a bit tacky, and that's when we're going to put on our foundation. I'm so excited. Another thing about this what I thought would be pretty cool is that you can use your beauty blender with it, so you can just like dab it in. I'm not really overly fond of these, so I really want to use my beauty blender, but for the purpose of the first impression, I'm going to use this little guy. Okay, so quick disclaimer, yes, I'm going to be putting on a darker foundation than my face because we cannot see that I'm fake tan. So please no one kill me for that. Heaps comes out when you push it. It's like really full of foundation. Okay, so first thing I'm going to say is that it is not a fragranced foundation, so if you're someone with sensitive skin, this is probably going to be really amazing news for you, because L'Oreal's other foundations, like their Infallible, is very fragranced. So this is a foundation with one layer on. I feel like the coverage is not that bad. Like, I wouldn't say it's light, I'd say it is medium. I decided to get the number 7, which is Golden Beige, because I'm the Golden Beige in the L'Oreal Infallible. So one amazing thing is that I think they've matched up their shades from the different foundation collections. Hallelujah. Probably wouldn't call this a light coverage, I'd probably say it's a medium, and I feel like I could build it up to a full. So I think that's what I'm going to try to do. I think I'm going to add another layer and see how it goes. Okay, so I feel like this builds and blends beautifully. I just built it up to a full coverage in 2 applications. So one application can be a medium. I really wouldn't say it's light. I feel like this is now pretty full coverage, and I am looking and I'm liking. I really like it. Okay, so I just let the foundation sit for about 15 minutes because sometimes when I apply foundations, they kind of sit a little bit more, they reduce in the shininess. This one's still pretty glowy, and I guess that's because it is a dewy foundation, and it feels, I can't stand foundations that feel sticky That's why I'm a matte girl. I'm 100% going to set this with powder because I normally would on a day-to-day basis anyway, but if you're someone who's dry, this is probably a really good foundation for you. But I do get quite shiny during the day, so I feel like with this I would end up being a glowing disco ball. However, I will say that L'Oreal needs to keep in mind that there are people with more skin tones than just a light and a medium and a dark. Those light, mediums and darks are pretty much all mediums, and it really disappoints me. I work in a Priceline store, which if you don't know, it's like a pharmacy with cosmetics and all that sort of stuff, and I have people come in that I can't match their skin tone because there are no foundations to match them. They're really light or they're really dark, and it angers me. I'm one of those people that if I'm not fake tanned, I cannot wear pretty much any foundation inside of Priceline because they don't match me. I'm not saying it's like Priceline's fault, I'm saying that these cosmetic companies need to cater for more people than just the, you know, medium skin tone. But putting that to the side, if I ever come out with my own brand, it is going to have the widest range of foundation shades to ever exist. I'm just going to pop on the rest of my makeup that I usually wear, and I'll come back in, I think it'll probably quite a few hours, so we'll really see how this foundation holds up. So I will see you all soon. Okay, so I'm back, it's probably been about 8 hours. So far the foundation has been staying on really well. There's a little bit of shine here and there, but that's totally normal. As for the fact that it's a dewy foundation, I really thought I would be this giant glowy disco ball, but so far it hasn't been too bad. I do have a tiny bit of wear around here and up here, but I think that's because I fell asleep. So, you know, sleeping on your face is obviously going to take off a bit of your foundation. If it doesn't, then it's probably a miracle foundation. Honestly, I'm very, very impressed with the foundation. I totally understand why Jaclyn Hill featured it in her favorites video, because it's a really like buildable, good colour, not too dewy. I look a little bit shiny right now. I think that's because it's really, really hot today and I've been wearing it for quite a while, and it's naturally a dewy foundation, so I totally understand why I have a little bit of a glow going on. I'll probably give this foundation like a 7.5 out of 10, purely for the fact that it is dewy, and that's just me loving matte foundations. If you're someone who enjoys a dewy foundation, I guarantee you will love this. I'm very, very picky with how my foundations look and how well they stay and how glowy I get towards the end of the day, but I'm really impressed with this one. I think L'Oreal's done a really good job with foundation apart from the selection of colours. I think it's really, really cute. The application is really, really easy, very buildable, even though it says it's a light to medium. I think mine looks full coverage right now. Yeah, that's all I have to say about this foundation. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment as well. Also, please subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye! Okay, so the foundation I'm going to be doing a first in... Okay, so the foundation I'm going to be doing a first in I'm going to be doing a first seriously. The foundation I'm going to be doing a first be doing a first impression